What is happening, YouTube? What's crack-a-lackin'? What's crack-a-the-dackin', the mackin', the snackin', the melon-flackin'? What's happening? It's been a minute, it's been a while. What's going on? I'm back recording regular videos. Just regular videos. I'm upset. I'm not happy. In fact, the state of this country right now is ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like Ireland, we've had some strange things happen. Like we had a riot, you know what I mean? We had a man aiming people, aiming children. Do you get me? But recently, yeah, the Gardaí have just completely lacked. Just once again, just proving how much of a lack the Gardaí are. Like the Gardaí just lack, just beyond lack. Lack is like it's injected in their system, their curriculum. What's they're studying to be Gardaí? What's they're studying to be Gardaí? They're just lacking. They add the curriculum, the course of lack. I don't know why, but they just do, and I'm just not happy right now. For those that do not know, this is what's cooking on the social media right now. Tola Vintage had a little block party, just a block party celebrating, you know. Just a regular celebration of the company, do you know what I mean? Sent people down, hey yo, come down, come, let's gather together, just express happiness and joy and spread complete peace on the street, just outside the area, do you get me? Obviously, Gardaí caught wind of that because obviously it's in the main streets of Dublin, do you get me? Instead of the Gardaí to just be regular human beings, yeah, protecting and serving, instead they decided to arrest 3 people. They decided to just cause havoc, pushing people, just smacking and slapping and doing madness like they own the streets of Dublin. I've read a few articles, you get what I'm saying? I've read a few articles. I even have one article here. I'm actually gonna read it out. But I read a few articles. And they're talking about how, excuse me, I'm recording. I read a few articles and they're talking about how, like one girl, she got pushed over by the police, by the Garda, and because she got pushed over, she had to pick up her stuff. No, hold on. Her stuff was on the floor, she had to pick it up. And then a Garda pushed her and all of her stuff went on the floor again. She had to pick it up. They're like, what's going on, bro? Like, what's going on? There's even video footage I'll just show a screenshot of, but I'm not gonna play it because obviously, you know, guidelines and stuff. But the guy that is really holding this man hostage, pushing and shoving. If you guys, I'll leave the link to the whole biography, everything in the description. But I'm so beyond vexed that this is the state of the country I'm living in. And what's crazy is that a couple of blocks down, a few blocks to the right and to the left, there's other block parties as well. There's people just doing the exact same thing that Tola Vintage was doing as well. I can't express the disgust nor the level of disappointment that I feel when it comes to the Garda. To get me, like, it's like they pick and choose when they want to be Garda and they pick and choose when they don't want to be Garda. And it's even says like it's to the point where it's looking quite racially motivated. You know what I'm saying? Like they were partying the same way everyone else was partying. You get what I'm saying? Peacefully, minding the business, drinking and whatever they were doing. Do you know what I'm saying? But they were just celebrating. And you're telling me because they were celebrating, Garda would feel the type of way. Someone fully said that the moment that, like, genuinely, because I used to go out and, you know, party and stuff like that, yeah, but not like a crazy way. I didn't go to clubs like that. Genuinely, when feds pull up in general, even when I'm like walking to one destination to another, when feds pull up, I don't feel safe anymore. Safety flies out the window. Out of all the things on planet Earth, it's the police force that are the most unpredictable, which is weird because they're meant to be the most predicted. Like you're meant to know what they're going to do. Do you know what I mean? But when they just pull up, you don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? So it's literally just a standoff of the police saying I don't know and you saying I don't know, and then a reaction just sparked. You know what I'm saying? A reaction because you guys both do not know. The blind leading the blind. But this is not all Garda. There's many Garda that are just, they're the nicest people you ever meet in your life. I promise you. There's been a good few I bumped into and they are gas. We will have a long convo. Do you know what I mean? They are funny. But then there's just the odd few that just have a random power trip. They're just doing and they just feel like strong arming everybody, handcuffing everyone. Those type of people, I feel like they need to be reassessed. Crazy how you can genuinely sit there and say, you know what, even though you're like this, you should be on the force because you are a good team player. You have your people just strong arming people for zero reason. Like what? You're up here, bring it down here. That's all I'm saying. So like I said, I'm going to link it into the description, right? So I'm just going to read off exactly what I'm seeing here, right? All, you know, shout outs and everything goes to the Instagram page, District Magazine. Like I said, link in the description. Read it for yourself, do you know what I mean? So obviously they start off by saying that 3 people were arrested during Tola Vintage annual culture night block party. According to Gardaí, this was the store's 4th year hosting the event, where local musicians, DJs, friends and customers gathered to celebrate the Intuition's 10th birthday with the community. So that's the plan, you know. They were just celebrating their 10th anniversary, the 4th time doing this, do you know what I mean? So therefore other times before, nothing. But for some reason, however, the Gardaí's handling of the event has sparked online discussion, with attendees and representative groups fearing the black communities in Ireland are policed more harshly than white communities. I'm a black man that lives in Ireland, right? Lived here my whole life. Born in Rotunda Hospital. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I'm here. I've been here. Do you know what I'm saying? Lived in a predominantly white area, the suburbs type of situation. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's like I said earlier, the fear that comes out when police arrive in the area is so strange to me. Do you know what I mean? Why am I scared? Now the next clip is obviously you know, like I said, I'll put a screenshot of the thingy, but the man, police held this guy. They ripping this guy up like it's just one man. Seven plus policemen.
So something I didn't even realize during the recording of this video was that there's actually a few policemen that did a bit too much, you know. Like this man right here, he fully took out his baton, ready to start beating people. I'm confused.
Do you get what I mean? Like they're just huddling this man, bro. They're huddling this guy like he's about to break out into dance. Oh, like there's a lot of them, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So in the statement to the Journal, senior Gardaí source said that Gardaí were clearing the streets for public safety reasons. A Garda spokesman also told the Journal that any actions undertaken by Gardaí on Culture Night, in quote, were solely focused on public safety in a public space. If you watch the video, why are 7 man ripping apart a man, just completely dismembering a guy? 7 police, 7 Gardaí, bro, just dismembering this guy's clothes, Magic Mike in him. Like, it's so odd seeing stuff like this. According to Gardaí spokesman, the gathering outside the premises of the store had attracted a large crowd, in quote, unsuitable for street capacity, end quote. And added, in quote, the premises had also not put in an additional public safety measure for the advertised event, end quote. The spokesman also said that, in quote, a number of individuals present, particularly those who had consumed alcohol, failed to comply and actively disrupted Garda directions for persons to disperse from the street. I would like to believe that, going back to the video, to tell people to disperse and then to have 7 man rally over a single human, there's 2 different things, like impact and intention. Do you get what I'm saying? The intention was to spread people out. The impact was 7 human beings on top of 1 human being trying to arrest him. You can't arrest a man with 7 people. All 7 people will be so confused as to what to do. You grab one ear, you grab the other, one arm, one leg. Someone just we contort him into one pretzel and then bring him to the station. And then what? You're gonna have to explain to your supervisor, all 7 of you, that all of us arrested him. What's the supervisor gonna say? Why did it take 7 of you? Is he that strong? Why is his clothes ripped off? Oh, he was resisting arrest. The video shows that you were just with that guy. Do you get me? Like, whoa. Oh my gosh. Next slide. Questions have been raised about why such heavy-handed treatment was used. Just streets away, other block parties with sound systems playing techno and drawing large crowds were allowed it to continue without interfering. By contrast, the crowd at Tola, a black-owned business with a largely people of color audience, was abruptly and violently shut down by Gardaí. Just streets away, another block party was happening. They will not intervene. I guarantee you, 2 man squad, just 2 man Gardaí squad went boy like that. Just did that. Just head on the swivel slide. Kept on walking. They bumped into Tola Vintage. Reinforcements. If one thing I have understood in life here, if you're not up for the task, don't do it. Don't force something you can't do. Do what you can. Don't force what you can't. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, if you're telling me that you walked into a street and the first thing you did was start trembling, shaking, twitching, and you better fly, just disperse from that. Just disperse. I don't care about the bread that you get, the pension. I don't care. Dash. You have 0. You can't handle the job. Fly. But like I think the other thing I was saying, like one of the party girls' sister was pushed to the ground by a male Gardaí while simply trying to collect her bags. Do you know what I mean? As her sister left the shop, another Garda pushed her, causing her to fall and drop her belongings. So she got pushed twice by 2 different Gardaí. A random girl got pushed by 2 different Gardaí, bro. And then In quote, it was scary. As soon as they arrived, it felt unsafe, which is disappointing as they are supposedly here to protect us. Like if I'm in a position such as that, yeah, and I hear, because you're a Garda, I'm afraid of you, or because of this, because you are this, I'm afraid of you, or this, like something negative that causes that person to be away from you, that would pain me. That would genuinely, that would hurt my feelings. I took this job on because I believe I can use what I can to protect and serve. I like to help people. I like to make sure people are good and all that extra stuff. So you manifested that into becoming a police officer or a doctor or a paramedic or a firefighter or something in the HSC that just helps people. But the second you arrive on scene with the uniform, it's, I'm afraid of you. I don't feel safe around you. It would literally be like, what type of reputation have we gathered? Do you get what I mean? What reputation have we gathered? And what can we do to fix that? I want to be able to walk past Gadi and be like, oh yeah, you guys are cooking. What's happening? Then the next slide just says, over the past few months, far-right protests have seen people of color verbally and physically abused, sites for asylum seekers set on fire, and mass protests taking place. In recent RTE documentary on far-right protests, demonstrators were seen physically pushing, intimidating, and hurling insults at the journalists while Gardaí stood by. This raises the question, why are Gardaí cracking down so heavily on culture, night celebrations and parties? Why not on actual displays of violence? And that's what it ends there. Like I said, I'll link all of that into the description. But literally, the question there, anything to do with culture, Gardaí is not having it. Anything to do with culture, Gardaí is not having it, bro. But unless it's Irish culture, they stand firm. Oh, Togna Nights, whatever that thing they do, that Halloween event that they do on the streets of Dublin. The other time they had one long Pirates of the Caribbean event for the longest time in Dublin. One of the streets in Dublin, I can't even remember, bro. And they're gonna say, oh, they didn't show public display of violence. They were Tola Vintage was just celebrating their business. Simple, something as nice and simple as that. You're talking about, oh, they're not displaying violence. They're displaying violence. They're displaying violence. All I can say is Ireland pattern, like, fix up, bro. Every other system works for the people. It's just the Gardaí that's working against the people. It doesn't make sense. And even the person that got completely bombarded by 7 man, he's not. From the video, this guy looks like a white man. So it's like, it's not even like you care about the color at this point. It's just anything culture. If you just hear if you hear any type of music that is doing Afrobeat bumping, I'm a piano bumping, you're stressed. Your heart's thinking, oh, their music is gonna give them superpowers. I can't lie, we can't have it. But if you hear you're chilling, bro. I can't lie. Let's wake up, bro. The only thing I can pray is that God just touches their minds, just renews their minds, fixes the head of security of Dublin, Ireland, and we just work in harmony. Like, it's nowadays, like, if there's an issue, man has to deal with it himself. And there's no point in me calling Federation, because if I call Federation, it will be me that will get arrested, but I need the help. All I'm saying is, yeah, Ireland, fix up. God, I just pray that Ireland's, the police force and everything in Ireland just gathers up and really wakes up to the idea of Christ and everything like that. Do you know what I mean? Because it's crazy. Look, if you guys did enjoy this type of video where I'm just talking about what's going on in the streets of Dublin, the streets of Ireland, let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you give it a like and you subscribe. I'm not joking. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit it. Hit the subscribe button. I don't even know what I did, but I'll never do that again, bro. But with all that being said, I love each and every one of you. Yes, you. Move. Yo. I love you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Roll the oh. Oh.
They think we don't, but we praise the Lord in the ends. We praise the Lord in the ends. And they didn't think that the gospel can sound this bad. We walk with God in the ends. Now if you're feeling blessed,